What is up, you guys? It's Chris here. So today I want to share with you my 7 sources of passive income. But first, let me tell you a bit about how just 5 short years ago, I had no idea what passive income even was. And I was under the same mindset as the majority of people, thinking that the only way to earn an income was to have a regular job. A regular soul-sucking job. And I admit, after discovering passive income, I am a bit biased against working a regular job. In fact, if you absolutely love your job, this video probably isn't for you. But for what I'm guessing is the vast majority of you, you are not in a situation that you imagine yourself being in just a little while ago. And the truth is, neither was I. I was up to my eyeballs in $30,000 worth of credit card debt, and I found out that our son Benji was on the way. Benji's mom wanted to quit her job, but I honestly could not afford it. But then she looked at me square in the eye and said, "Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm." Okay, she didn't say that. She pretty much told me to be a man and figure it out. Hopefully you will find some value in this video as I share with you the exact sources that I use to pay my bills and to take care of my family. So with that said, let's get into the video. So one source of passive income I have is investing in digital businesses. Now, anytime you invest, you need to be sure that you know what you're doing and what you are investing in. I know how to build and maintain blogs like I do the back of my hand. So I am always on websites like Flippa and Empire Flippers, keeping an eye out on good deals when one presents themselves. Those are probably the most popular platforms out there to buy and sell internet businesses, so go check them out if you are interested. Hashtag not sponsored. But they are really good resources to check out. I'll be sure to link them down in the description if you want to see. Anyway, why go through the torment of building a business from scratch when you can buy something that is already making you money? I have a website in particular in a very specific topic that I purchased for about $700. I made a few tweaks, added a couple of articles, redesigned the look and feel of the website, knocked out a wall, added a bathroom, and now that same website earns me about $200 to $300 a month. Now I could work with it more and get that $200 to $300 and $2,000 to $3,000, but I just don't have the time to do it at the moment. So I just really sit back and about 2 hours a month or so dealing with it, just watching a couple $100 just appear in my Amazon Associates account each month. I do very little maintenance on the site outside of logging in a few times a month and updating the plugins and checking the Google Analytics. Another example of how this can be very lucrative is the amazing story of this drop shipping business that I read recently in the relaxation niche. Now, this is an extreme example, but I thought it perfectly showed how the process can work when you find the right deal. Anyway, this relaxation site sold for about $3,000, but it generated over $2,200 a month in profit. And it really came about because all of the planets kind of aligned as the owner of the site was getting married and had to sell a business at a very short notice. And I believe he forgot to set the reserve price, and that's just a fancy word for the minimum price to sell the property or the website. And when the auction ended, he had to give it up for $3,000. So as you can see, an investment of a few $1,000s can turn into a few $1,000s in profit each and every month when you know what you are doing. Now, before you go out there and start making it rain buying and selling websites, you need to do a ton of research so that you don't get tricked into buying a dud of a website from a fraudster. And yes, they are out there. They do things like inflate numbers by sending fake traffic to these websites just to push the Google Analytics numbers up temporarily to make it seem like the site has traffic when it really doesn't. You should also learn the fundamentals of marketing so that you can grow a business after you buy it. It's a lot of work, it is risky, but for your trouble, you can enjoy a healthy and passive return on your investment that is nearly impossible to achieve through other traditional investment methods. My next passive income method is learning Facebook advertising. A little while ago, I invested in a course to teach me how to master Facebook ads. Now, I had dabbled in Facebook ads before, but I always lost money or had a hard time even getting my ads approved by Facebook. But after I bought the training and applied the techniques, I was able to get my ads approved and turn losing campaigns into profitable campaigns. So I know most of you might be thinking that this process can't possibly be passive since you have to deal with the advertisements constantly. Well, since learning Facebook ads, I have picked up a client. They hired me to handle their Facebook advertising for them, so I took the training and turned it into an income for myself. I now charge them a monthly retainer fee to run their ads. But this is how it gets passive. Once you find a winning campaign and you have the funnel that is converting prospects into hot leads, then all you need to do is keep up with the ads on a daily or a semi-daily basis. I have campaigns running out there right now that I check about 15 minutes a day, and that's it. I do a little housekeeping, making sure that the return on investment is still positive, and then just let it ride until I check it again in the next couple of days. When I first started, being patient with ads on Facebook was the hardest thing for me. I would literally sit there and watch it constantly, every 15 minutes. And that does nothing but just drive you nuts. But sooner or later, I learned and developed the skill to just allow the ads to run their course, analyze the results, and after some time has passed, then make data-driven decisions. So in total, after the initial setup of the campaign, I may spend about 15 hours a month analyzing and punching up the funnel for the client. So that is about 30 minutes a day. And the rest of the time, I can do what I want. So no, it's not 100% passive, but to be honest, there are not very many endeavors out there that are 100% passive. An average workload of about 30 minutes a day is pretty close to passive in my book. My next passive income source is my YouTube channel. And I know what you might be thinking. Well, Chris, your YouTube channel isn't passive either because you constantly have to create new content. And that's correct, but to a certain extent. As an experiment and just for my mental well-being, I took a break from YouTube for about 3 to 4 months to see if the income I was getting would take a dip at all. And to be honest, it did take a dip, about 20% from what I usually got from YouTube ad revenue. But that 20% hit also means that for zero work in creating new content, I was getting 80% of the revenue. Now, there is a number of ways that you can monetize your YouTube channel, and going after the YouTube Partner Program is a daunting task, especially since you have to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. But once you get over that hurdle, the sky is the limit. I know one YouTuber that is making over $100,000 a month just in ad revenue for a single channel. So I don't know about you, but a little bit of hard work is worth a paycheck that's even a tenth of that. Most of the videos that are getting a decent income on my channel are YouTube videos that are more than 6 months or even a year old, when my most recent content isn't really making as much early on. One of my most successful videos didn't get picked up by the YouTube algorithm until 5 months or so after I had posted the video. In fact, if you want to learn more about that exact video that took off, be sure to go check out the video right there. Anyway, the important thing is to put content out there for YouTube to find and recommend. And once YouTube has enough information to start pushing your video, you're going to wake up one day and see a video well over 100,000 views. So in terms of how much time is spent to build up this passive income on YouTube, it does take quite a bit, I'm not gonna lie, especially when creating the content. Everything from planning to scripting to shooting, then editing and posting. It could take me upwards of 4 to 6 hours from start to finish, and posting 8 videos or so a month. That's a maximum of about 48 hours a month or so making videos. But what makes it passive is that once you start to build up a good library of videos on your channel, you have to optimize those videos so that they can be found by others. And then new people are going to find you every day and binge on your content. Each video that you create is like hiring like a little employee that can speak for you when you're not around. And to be honest, it doesn't get much more passive than that. So the next passive income on the list is creating an online course. Now, when I first started my online business, I was totally against building a course. I had no desire to do it, and I really didn't want to do it. I was sold on the idea of selling other people's products. But the problem with selling other people's products is that if they change the way that they handle business, or they stop taking care of their customers for whatever reason, I still have tons of videos and emails created promoting that product. But one person that I can always trust is myself. So I started down the road of making my own digital products. I never have to worry with brand changing or treating customers like trash because I take pride in my work and it is my main source of income. So now, to be 100% clear, to build a course, or let me rephrase, to build a good course, you have to totally love your subject and know a lot about it. Then put dozens and dozens of hours of work into creating the product. I mean, we're talking hosting for the course, planning, marketing, supporting, customer service, constantly updating the program, It's a lot of work and it's not for the weak. But there's always a but. If you just fight through creating a good course, it can become a very lucrative passive source of income. It works out to be passive because after you have done the work once, you can sell it over and over and over again. Unlike a traditional product that you might buy, the retailer still needs to jump through hoops to make it available for you to purchase. For example, if I wanted to sell coffee mugs, I would have to buy the coffee mugs, store them somewhere, and then ship them to people after they purchase it. But with an online course or with a digital product, you need to do all of the work to set up the course, but then it's ready to be sold with very little maintenance afterwards. The amount of time that you put into your course will largely depend on you, and you need to decide how involved you want to be in your program. But the more that you put into creating a quality product, the more that you can demand in terms of price of the course. Another benefit of selling your own course is that you get 100% of the proceeds, not just a small percentage of the sale. And if you really want to supercharge it, you can partner with other marketers that already have the large audiences on social media, and you can sell your course to them. That is easier said than done. But when you get something like that set up, it can prove to be very exciting for you and your company. And in my opinion, it's probably one of the best ways to make real money online. Now, I know a lot of you might have issues getting in front of a camera to do a YouTube channel, and that's perfectly okay, as there is another way in which you can create passive income for yourself, and that is creating a niche or an authority blog. Now, the difference between a niche blog and an authority blog really comes down to branding and influence. With a niche blog, your goal is to create a website around a product, where an authority blog, your whole goal is to create a huge website that talks about a particular interest or branding yourself in a specific topic, meaning that you are the face of the website. Now, when I say the face of the website, I don't mean that you have to be there in front of people 24 hours a day, on your blog. A simple bio picture on the side and an About Me page will go a long way introducing you to your readers as to who you are, what kind of a person you are, and then how you can help them solve their problem. Another cool thing about authority blogs is that because of the sheer number of people that would be interested in your particular space or topic on your website, it is very easy to create a full-time income from it. In fact, when authority blogs start to really come together and start taking off in terms of income, it really starts to run itself, meaning you should be making enough money with the website so that you can now begin to hire other people to help you write and add content to the site. The trick with really catching on with an authority blog is to create truly epic content, or to approach a topic from a fresh angle and bring something entirely new to the table. One of my favorite sayings is different is better than better. Find a unique spin that a lot of people can get behind, and typically you can help create a new audience for really just yourself. This does take a little bit of creativity and some trial and error, but once you nail it, the sky is the limit. Now, in terms of the passive nature of an authority blog, you can create a process in which you have content writers and content managers to deal with the daily goings-on of your website. Meanwhile, you can be the owner, and instead of spending hours of time creating content, you can concentrate on the direction of the blog. Or, let's be honest here, you can just goof off and do what you want. I am sure that we've all had that boss that did very little work but did a good job at hiring good people that made them look good. You can do that exact same thing with your blog. Your blog also becomes very passive because a lot of the content that you will be writing can rank on Google for years. I have seen situations where blog posts have been ranking for over a decade, and these search terms are still getting traffic from Google, even to this day, earning the website owner money. In fact, if you want to learn the training that I use in order to build up my authority blogs, be sure to go check out benjiesdad.com. That's benjiesdad.com. There I have a free video series where I will show you step by step how to build your own blog and get your passive income started as soon as possible. And if you sign up today, I will show you the Diamond Traffic program that will get you jump started and put you ahead of 95% of people that are out there starting blogs the wrong way. So be sure to go check it out. It's a free training over at bingesdad.com. I'll be sure to put a link down in the description. So my next passive income idea again ranks right up there with one of my favorite sources of income, and that would be affiliate marketing. More specifically, recurring affiliate marketing. Now basically, affiliate marketing is the practice of selling someone else's product, but the enormously passive nature of using that recurring model is that after you have built up a ton of subscriptions where you are getting income monthly or annually, that money starts to add up really quick. I have income from sales that I have made years ago that is still coming in today because they are still using the product that I recommended. So even if I stopped creating videos right now, the residual income would still come in month after month with me doing absolutely nothing. Another reason why affiliate marketing works so well is that there is no customer service. We talked a little bit about this earlier with the online courses. One major drawback of the online courses is the fact that you have to support it even after the sale. This includes complaints, people wanting refunds, people needing clarification on something that you may have taught within the course, or anything else for that matter. People are going to be contacting you through your course or through email or in a private Facebook group or however you make yourself available to your customers. And you have to be willing and want to answer these questions. If you do not have the patience or the inclination to do such, then diving into affiliate marketing would probably be your best bet. Your main goal is to get people to buy products that you recommend. But once they go and buy the product, they are the customer of whatever product that you were promoting. So to be clear, let us go back to our coffee mug example. If I wanted to sell you a coffee mug, I would go to Amazon.com, get my affiliate link in to my favorite coffee mug and put it onto my website or my YouTube channel or Instagram or wherever it is I have a following. Once anyone clicks on that link, they're sent to Amazon to purchase. If they go through with the purchase, then I receive a commission. But if the person who goes ahead and makes the purchase of that coffee mug later decides that they don't like it anymore or don't want it and need to return that coffee mug, they're not returning that coffee mug to me. They're returning it to Amazon. That makes my involvement less and less necessary, but I still get the monetary benefits. But just as a word of caution, do not promote a product just because it might have a good affiliate payout. Make sure that it is a product or a program that you use and that you believe in 100%. It is becoming increasingly difficult to trust marketers or even celebrities on social media. So please have some pride in what it is that you're doing and don't take advantage of people just because you might have a little bit of influence. If your number one driver of deciding what products to promote is money, then you probably will not last in this business very long. Have some integrity and truly try to help people. In terms of the time and how long it takes to build up a significant income with the recurring affiliate marketing model, it all depends on the size of your audience. Building up an audience on social media platforms, it's not easy. But once it's done, you have the ability to really make money through affiliate marketing in a very short period of time. Another way in which I earn passive income is with rental income. So when my wife and I got married, she owned a house and I owned a house. So we had to kind of figure out who was going to sell and who was going to move. And at the time, the housing market wasn't the greatest in our area specifically. And as a result, we had a hard time trying to sell the house. But that ended up being a blessing in disguise, as we ended up renting the house out for more than what our mortgage payment was on the house at the time. And that is what is called cash flow. So yes, we still had a mortgage on the house, but our renter was basically paying the mortgage for us, and we could keep the difference. This is how your Graham Stevens, your Robert Kiyosaki's, your Meet Kevins make the majority of their income. It's the simple process of taking out a loan, buying real estate at a good price, owning the property, and then renting it out. This is a great source of passive income because it is extremely stable. When you buy a house and it is livable, there is always going to be someone who needs somewhere to stay. And with less and less millennials buying houses nowadays, those of us who can buy houses can benefit from all of these people needing somewhere to live. Now, there are caveats to being a homeowner. It's not always the easiest thing in the world. As a landlord, you still need to maintain the property. You need to save money for for catastrophic events like the furnace going out or needing a new roof or just, unfortunately, having a problematic tenant. But if you can weather the storm, those types of things don't happen as often as some may make it seem. A rental property also makes for a good retirement plan because as soon as the property is paid off, you can still rent the house out and keep the proceeds from the rental income. Of course, minus the property taxes and other types of local fees. Now, in terms of how long it takes you to start earning a passive income from your rental properties, the answer to that really, it varies. Unfortunately, you do need a decent amount of money in order to put a down payment on a house and then invest into making that house presentable. But if you can just buckle down, make the sacrifice to get that first rental property, typically it becomes easier to buy another one and buy another rental property and buy another rental property. And in my opinion, it's one of the best investments that you can make with your money. So hopefully you notice with all of these passive income ideas that none of them are just going to be handed to you. Most times you're going to have to do some work up front so that you can enjoy the benefits of getting that passive income on the back end. I also hope you notice that money wasn't always a requirement to get started with some of these business ideas, including a blog or a YouTube channel. It just takes a little bit of time and effort and determination on your part to get things rolling. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already and you've made it this far into the video, please be sure to smash that like button as well as subscribe. We post new videos every Mondays and Thursdays, and I would hate for you to miss any future updates. So be sure to take the little bell notification icon as well. Also follow me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily and look forward to connecting with you there as well. Be sure to stay tuned for the bloopers, and I will catch you all later. So hopefully you notice with some of these passive income and but for your trouble, you can enjoy a healthy and passive return. You can sell it over and over and over again. Dang it. Oh, foot is asleep.